Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel, Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Neglected Naruto Became a Rancher? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and to be honest, quite a weird idea. I had this while playing the epilogue of Red Dead Redemption 2. Honestly, whenever I was at the epilogue after the American Venom in which we get to kill Micah, I usually just go back and restart the story all over again. But for the first time, I kind of stayed to play, John, because I haven't played RDR 1. I'm gonna buy that soon and hopefully I will be able to play it. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm sure of it because it's the OG RDR after all. Anyways, we're quite getting distracted. I got this idea while playing as John and doing a lot of chores in the Beecher's Hope Ranch, and yeah, I kind of like the idea. So here's hoping that this might work out, and if it does, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Apollo Chia channel as well. And sorry for not uploading a gameplay today because the file got corrupted, and yeah, it was like a 4 hour long file again, and yeah, it got corrupted. So I have to replay the whole game and record it again. Anyways, enough said. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins 6 years after the QB attack was stopped by Minato no Mikaze and his wife. At the extent of making their children the next Jinchuriki, we see that at the front gates of Konoha was a 6-year-old on his hands and knees, crying his eyes out, and standing a few feet away from him with packed bags was his family and parents. As Minato no Mikaze, the said Hokage and the savior of the village, looked down towards his child with a sigh rolling his eyes. Look kid, we'll be back, and once we do, everything will make sense to you. Right now, our main focus and goal is to make sure that your brother and sister, both of them get the best of the training. And for that we need to focus and remain hidden from our enemies and from that masked person. You will be safe here. And please, Hiruzen-sama, make sure that he doesn't try to use chakra. His chakra coils are damaged since birth. And if he tries to use the chakra, it would trigger the QB soul as well. As Hiruzen nodded only. Please, I beg you. I won't cause any trouble. Just don't leave me here. We're not leaving you forever, son. We'll be back. In the meantime, you have to man up and take care of yourself. With that word of advice, Minato turned on his back and began to leave. As Naruto was crying his eyes out, we see Hiruzen Sarutobi remained quiet. His jaws was clenched tightly. His fists were clenched tightly as well, knuckles going white. His blood was boiling though. Why? Because Minato, listening to his dumb student Jiraiya about an opium-smoking toad's prophecy, has just deserted his son, a 6-year-old boy, who was given the short end of the stick by the fates itself. A kind soul who was being crushed by them. Forget about them, Naruto. I will watch over you. But they're my family. They were your family. But they never thought of you as one. They only saw a burden that they dumped and left. I'm sorry, my dear boy, but these are the harsh, true words that you need to hear. Leave them be. We'll find you a purpose in your life. Hiruzen said this to cheer up Naruto, but it was more of a challenge than ever. As Hiruzen, a week went by, has been keeping an eye on Naruto because turns out the day after when Hiruzen cheered him to go and make some friends, when Naruto tried, the parents of the children literally pulled their kids away, saying that he was a deserted child, a bad child, an abandoned one, and whatnot. Because of that, Naruto was crushed even more. And right now the boy has gone deep within and locked himself somewhere in his consciousness. becoming numb outside. Hiruzen realized that this was quite critical and was quite enraged at Minato and at his people for making this dumb decision. As now we see, Hiruzen was currently in a council meeting, and he was still in thought and worry about Naruto. While on the other side, we see Danzo, who was getting tired of this because the council has been getting Hiruzen's attention for the past 10 minutes. It seems that our Hokage's mind is preoccupied at the moment. So we will hold this meeting until tomorrow onwards. You may all leave, please. And so everyone began to leave, as Hiruzen blinked and was now back to the present. I'm sorry, what is going on? Why is the meeting being called off? You're out of it, Hiruzen. What is going on? What is occupying your head? Said Koharu. Calm down, Koharu. She is right though, Hiruzen. What is going on with you? I'm worried about Naruto. Even Minato's son that we're taking care of right now. It's not that. It's just the people of Konoha. They're not allowing their kids to make any bond with Naruto. That is something we can't control here. They're starting rumors that Naruto is abandoned by his parents because of his chakra problem. Ah, I see. Look, the perspective of the people can't be changed now, can it? And as for what Minato decided, it was out of, great strategic point. Konoha is blessed with the child of prophecy after all. You believe in that bullshit, to be honest? You don't? It is your student after all who brought this prophecy to you. And at one point I am quite sure that you too believed. I stopped believing when Jiraiya fluked twice before. What if there is no need for any more? What if the matter is resolved without any conflict? What then? Who's to say that there will be a conflict or there won't be? That is why it's just a prophecy. It can go according to what it said or quite the opposite. But as for what Naruto is in play with all of this, the poor child has just found the short end of the stick by life itself. Not everyone is given the ability to live and live their dreams and have all their wishes fulfilled. We will hold a meeting tomorrow. You all can leave. And with that, everyone began to leave as well. But Danzo stopped. Maybe you're looking in the wrong direction if it is worrying you that much. Maybe you need to occupy that child. Give him a reason to live again. What do you mean by that, Danzo? Look, I know that place. At one point in my life, even I was there. I found my reason to live. As dubious as you say it might be, but I did. Maybe you can give him great reason for living. A peace of mind. And with that said, Danzo left. As Hiruzen, he began to make his way towards Naruto, still deep in thought, until he saw that Naruto was taking care of a small baby goat who was, stuck. It's alright, I'm not gonna hurt you. And once the baby goat was freed, instead of running, it nuzzled into Naruto's hand as Naruto chuckled. His eyes lit up for a moment. Hiruzen, he had an idea. He had heard of it from the west side, people buying out land and having livestock animals, as well as farming their own corpses and selling them. Konoha could need that. Say, Naruto, how about you become a rancher? A what? It's a common pronoun in the west side. Oh, you mean the land beyond the seas from the elemental nation? Yes. How about you go and visit that land and learn their ways? And maybe you return here and open up your own ranch. I've heard of this. Wild West, maybe it is called. Maybe you should visit. You think it is worth it? Who knows? Think of it as your own journey. I guess I can give it a try. And so, Naruto was boarded on a train with Minato. It was Kakashi who was chosen to go with him because he knew that his sensei did Naruto wrong. And so both of them left. With the help of Kakashi, Naruto was able to guide through the West. As years went by, Naruto reached at the age of 10. Within 4 years, the both of them returned. And Naruto and Kakashi, had earned quite a lot. Even bought a few weapons from the West, such as revolvers and shotguns, and found a way to make their own ammo. Luckily enough, they were able to acquire the explosive material or gunpowder called in the West, available there. And the rest was history. Once coming back with Ryu's exchanged, Naruto bought a land into the forest outside of Konoha and fenced it up with the help of Kakashi. Kakashi also returned because he enjoyed the life of a rancher, and Naruto opened a new ranch called Beecher's Hope, the ranch from which he learned from. As there, Naruto has brought in a lot of seeds from the West as well, such as wheat and corn and many other stuff, and begin to grow there. And even bought some of the livestock like cows, horses, and even sheeps. And then Naruto's peaceful life began. Naruto traded with Konoha's merchants, and thanks to the shinobi work and fine arts, the corps were growing faster than ever because of the chakra-rich land that they resided in. And Naruto's land was increasing because of the milk demand and the other supplies demand, such as cheese, butter, and other stuff. Naruto was enjoying this life, fulfilling the orders from not only Konoha but from the Land of Fire itself, making homemade jams and other stuff. And Kakashi was always helping him out, and Naruto and him both were happy and content with their life. As now we see, years went by, and Hiruzen and Konoha's relation with the Beecher's Hope Ranch and Naruto began to grow. But on the other side, Minato and Kushina, they were met with Akatsuki early on. Because of them being there, they faced them and defeated them by eradicating them altogether. Zetsu too was amongst the one who got killed. The Ten-Tail project was stopped all at once, meaning the prophecy, the great catastrophe, was never going to happen. The Otsutsukis altogether avoided that land. Why? Because it was nothing more than a ball of dirt with a little bit of chakra that was unworthy of them. It was tainted by the humans, they called it, altogether. When Minato and Kushina, after 13 years worth of training, returned, they saw a huge piece of land, fenced up completely, on the outskirts of Konoha, where a forest resided. What is that? Said Ben. We'll ask about that in Konoha. And so now we see, once Minato and Jiraiya and Kushina and their children arrived inside, they went straight towards Hiruzen's office. It's good to see you again, Minato. I hope the training was successful, and there was no problems. We had a few run-ins with an organization known as Akatsuki who are targeting Mito. We knew we had to take care of them, and so we did after tracking them down. Any other problems aside from that? No. Aside from that, everything has been so far peaceful. I see. Good to know. Well, make yourself at home then. And you can start tomorrow, Minato. I presume you'd like to rest today. Yes. And so they arrived back at home. Their home. That they left 13 years ago. Was now finally resting there. As in the next morning, Kushina was the first one to realize, Minato, have you seen Naruto? No, I haven't. Isn't he home? No, it was locked. Hiruzen-sama gave us the key. At the time, I didn't thought much of it, but I haven't seen him. And they went inside his room, or the room they thought that was his, but it was actually now a storeroom. There was only boxes there. What? Where is he? And so, The whole family began to search for Naruto until Minato arrived at Hiruzen's office. Where is Naruto, Hiruzen-sama? Ah, it took you long enough to notice. Well, Naruto owns the land that you were inquiring about, the Beecher's Hope Ranch, outside Konoha. He is, well, working quite hard with Kakashi, who is his helping hand there. And both of them runs that ranch. Wait, what? Yes, Naruto is a rancher. You mean that term from West that owns a piece of land? And yes, the same one, Minato. How? Simple. He went to the West with Kakashi, stayed there for a few years, returned with experience and started his own. And now, he supplies a lot of goods and products to not only Konoha but to Land of Fire, making fine living doing it. And Konoha protects Naruto because of his ranch being near us, as well as him supplying us goods. Homemade, fresh goods. With cheap margins. I need to go meet him. Be my guest, go ahead. And so, Minato told Kushina and Jiraiya, and along the kids, they arrived at the ranch, where they saw Naruto was currently riding a horse, a black stallion that he had bought from the West and brought it here. Easy there, boy, said Naruto and jumped down from the horse. Naruto, what do you want? And what are you doing on my piece of land? As Kakashi arrived there with a shotgun, fully loaded. Please leave. This is a land privately owned by Mr. Naruto over here. Kakashi, it's me. I know who you are, Minato Namikaze. I know each and every one of you. What is going on here? What is the meaning of this, Kakashi? Stop this nonsense, said Kushina. As Naruto then said, don't talk to my people like this. You all are trespassing right now, and I have the rights to shoot you down if you don't leave. And this shocked them. We just wanted to talk, son. We don't want any problems. I don't have anything to say to you. You said everything. You said to man up, and so I did. Now leave me the fuck alone, said Naruto. And so the family did. And they were pissed. They knew Naruto would come crawling back as soon as the prophecy is close to being fulfilled or is fulfilled. But time began to pass by and 3 years went by. The kids reached at the age of 16 and there was yet not a single tragedy that struck. It got to the point when they reached at the age of 17, one more year after the wait, that they were desperate for a tragedy to happen to prove to the world that they were in fact the children of prophecy that they claimed to be. But nothing of such was happening. Jiraiya got fed up and even contacted the Toad Sage. And what he heard from it and returned with was shocking. What? Yes, we accidentally stopped the tragedy even before it got to the stage of tragedy, and now there is no prophecy, only peace. So all our years worth of training and leaving Naruto alone was for naught? In a sense, yes. But in a sense, we saved the world already. But who's gonna believe that Naruto wouldn't? And you're the ones who took the claim for that. Not us, said Menba. We have to talk to him again. And so they went again. This time Naruto's ranch was more expanded and a lot of more hands were working there. What can I do for you, gentlemen? Said Naruto. We wish to talk to you, Naruto. Be my guest, Hokage-sama. What can I do for you? We have fulfilled the prophecy already, and by mistake, and we want you to understand that what we did was for the safety of the world. And look, all I cared about was you and being stuck by you when I was a kid. You told me to man up, as simple as it is, and so I did. Now I own my own land and I have become my own person. I don't need you now. I don't need you in the future. When I needed you, you weren't there for me. There's nothing we have much more left to talk about. Now, have a good day, sir. I have a lot of work to do here. Kakashi's son, is the shipment to the Land of Fire ready? Yep, the carriages are ready and we'll be leaving soon. Alright. Make sure the drivers have the following coordinates. Hi. Is there anything else? No, Then you be my guest. That's the way out there. Help yourself. And so they did. Realizing that nobody in the world, not even Naruto, would believe their narrative. Why? Because the prophecy that they so believed in was already fulfilled. Kamamarusama said that there would be a catastrophe. They just nipped it in the bud and nobody was there to see it, sing their praise. And no matter how much they retold, nobody would believe them. What hurt the most was the son they abandoned, thinking that he would be a burden to them, has built an empire and a ranch, a home of his own, owning a huge piece of land, much as large as Kona had placed. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. I know it's quite weird one. I didn't go into too much basics of the ranching because I haven't played the ranch simulator. Trust me, it's on $1 sale right now on Steam. I'm gonna purchase that son of a bitch soon. But yeah, right now all I learned about ranching was from John Marston. Not a good example, I know, but yeah, I learned from John Marston. I followed that example. Anyways, enough said. Do let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. This is it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.